What's going on, party people? In the place to be. It is your main man, Toon DZ, and I'm here to bring you another delightful show. Before we get into the show, though, I have to do my pitch. If you're not subscribed to the channel, if you're not following the Twitch, you gonna miss out on amazing content like what you're about to see today. And what you are about to see today is a battle of wits. So we like to reserve show and prove for the street beat fighters to be able to all of the fighters to be able to not only show y'all that they have good fists and they can fight with their fists, but also show off their intelligence and let you know that they can also fight with their wits. And so we have a couple of contenders today, and I'm gonna get straight into it. They're gonna introduce themselves, and we're gonna talk about what they're gonna be talking about. And so today we have a few fighters getting ready to let you know why their anime superpower of choice is the best anime superpower that's out there in the market today as we know it. And so these fighters were tasked to do research. I gave them no restrictions. Whatever is canon, whether it be through the TV show or the manga, maybe there was a spin-off book. All of that feeds into your argument. And so it was on you. It was on them to do the research, and we'll see how much research they did. And so first and foremost, we're going to let people go up one by one and introduce themselves. They're going to introduce their power and why they think they win it. All right. So up first, we got Mr. Pound for Pound King Mamba. How you feeling, man? Let the world know who you are and let them know what you're representing.
What's good with y'all today, man? This is Mamba, pound for pound, king undefeated, 5-0, technically 6-0 now with the little coach fight we just had at this event. You already know, subscribe to the page. But as of right now, at first, like I told my boy too, my power was going to be the same thing, but I got a little more intel into Dragon Ball Z than a lot of other people have. So I'm just going to say this. There is a divine power, and it is called creativity. And it's only known by technically three, if you consider the twin Zenos, their own person, but technically come to find out they're not. But
hey, King Mama, let me stop you right there. Let me stop you right there because you giving away too much. You building your argument before.
Bro, I'm ready, man.
Hey, look. All I'm asking is a presentation of arms. Let the people know what you're fighting with. But don't fight yourself. You feel me?
I gave you everything right there. Like I said, creativity is the key.
Let's do it.
Simple.
Let's do it. All right, so we gonna get my man's out of here. We gonna get Mr. Fiji up in the place to be. Hey, Fiji, let them know who you are and what you represent.
Hey, obviously Fiji. I fought for West Coast a couple times, and my superpower comes from the anime called Recreators. And the actual name for it is Holopsicon. I don't know how to say it properly. This shit's hard as hell. But yeah, so it's almost like the power of plot manipulation and creation. So,
hey, Fiji said the superpower of choice is plot. That's literally what this man.
Plot manipulation.
Plot manipulation. All right, and so
I'll get into detail on it and why it's so.
Hey, look, we ready for you, man. We ready to see you face off, brother. Up next, let's get our main man, Darkness, onto the stage. Darkness, how you feeling, bro?
I'm feeling real good. It's your boy Darkness from Streetbeefs West Coast. Currently taking a break right now, but hopefully coming back for a nice little title fight. But my move for today is going to be from Dragon Ball Z, which you guys all know is Kaioken. There's nothing else to say from that. Kaioken is also a move that nobody else has been able to master, not even the creator of the move. What more can I say from that?
Hey, you know what? Darkness? Nothing. There's nothing else you can say, man. You let them know. Kaioken is a pretty strong, you feel me? Pretty strong opening. Up next, we going to have Scarecrow in the place to be. Hey, yo, Scarecrow. Check 1, 2. How you feeling?
Yo, what up, man? Scarecrow from Scrapyard back again. My power is actually an item from Berserk called the Valet. Uh, it's an item that'll give you power, so it's not really just an inherent ability itself. But we're gonna get into it because pretty much anybody can use it, so I think it qualifies.
All right, man. And so, thank you, Scarecrow. Let me get you in the back because I don't. You look like you ready to fight somebody, and we gonna save that fight for a little bit later. All right, y'all. So y'all heard it here. Y'all see what the men are bringing to the table, what they fighting with, what they fighting for. You know what's on the line right now? A title defense. We got Shinigami. He is the reigning champ. And one of the fighters from today who wins is going to fight or match wits with Shinigami. And so the way that this works, let me set the context. You, the viewers, everybody that's watching, y'all are a part of the show. We need y'all. We need your help. And so these men are going to go back and forth. They're going to pause. We're going to turn to you. I'm going to send out some survey results, and you all get to choose. Y'all get to vote. And so, with that being said, let's get the first two up here. And first up, we got King Mamba going up against Scarecrow. King Mamba, Scarecrow. Y'all ready for this?
You already
Do it.
know.
Okay, cool. I want this to be a good, clean fight. No, nothing below the belt. All right. And so the conversation, just to get y'all started, this round, I want y'all to talk about the highest potential of your power. Talk about it. Mamba, Scarecrow, you're going to present what the highest potential of your power is, and then y'all going to hear each other's side. You're going to hear me step in, and then y'all are going to match wits. Okay? So at this point, you're just going to describe the highest potential of your power. Is that clear? We got it on both sides?
Sure.
Cool. I'm going to take myself out. 3, 2, 1. Get in there.
You want to start it off, or you want me to?
Don't matter. You can go first.
All right. Well, as he said, when it comes to I guess in Dragon Ball Z sense, the top stage that you can be in, that's it. There is nothing else that you can do past that. And at the end of the day, to be honest with you, when it comes to this divine creativity, when y'all start to see this when you start to see this when it comes up, you'll know why there is nothing else that can surpass it. Because at the end of the day, you can't beat somebody that is that divine. I'm not going to go too far into it because I'm going to save that part for later on. But how can you beat somebody that trained? How can you beat somebody that's trained every stronger fighter than you, the fighters that you're going to fight? Pretty much. So yeah, when it comes down to it, there's no limit to the power that this one person has.
Okay. For mine, I guess, without getting into the activation of how you start up a Baylet, at its highest potential, once you've used it and it's changed you, some of the strongest people can manipulate space-time, like tear holes in dimensions, teleport, bring people to other dimensions, or you can use, once you have the Baylet activated, you can turn other people into apostles and give them powers to an extent. It goes pretty deep.
Okay.
All right, gentlemen. So you're going to see something on screen for a second. At this point in time, Bushido said, yes, most of the chat is split. You got some people on YouTube, some people on Twitch. At this point in time, I want y'all to go at it. Poke holes in each other's arguments. All right, y'all ready for this?
Yeah, definitely. All right. It's on you first. I went first the last time.
I got you. So the Baylet, it's like a little egg-shaped item. It's got a face on it. It's activated when people reach super high points of despair or sadness. And when it is activated, you bring in these people called the Godhead, and they'll grant you a wish. And that can basically be anything. Like, for an example, we had a girl named Rosine. She always wanted to be a fairy. She found a Baylet. One day when she's exploring through the woods looking for fairies, her dad finds her. He starts beating her and her mom. And in super sadness, her Baylet activates. She wishes to be an elf or a fairy. And oh yeah, one thing that you have to do to use it is sacrifice something, like a person or whatever. She gives up her parents and becomes a fairy, but it's really like this twisted bug creature thing that she becomes. And she can make other people into the same type of thing. She can shoot out poison mist, blah blah blah. Uh, you got another guy who just you got people who just turn into random beasts, like guys who just don't want to die and they're super scared. They activate their Baylet. God hand comes. What do you want? I want to live, and they turn them into this monster. And the type of powers you get are based off of your personality and like who you are as a person. So there's no one specific way it can go. If you have a really strong mind, you can do things like cut holes in dimensions. But if you're really weak-willed, you might activate your Baylet and just turn into a big monster that doesn't even know who it is. But
Well, it's funny you bring up the cutting holes in the mention parts. Go ahead. I'm sorry, man.
no, go ahead.
Well, let me let y'all in on this character just a little bit, and I know for a fact Darkness may know about him, but in the manga with Miro and Dragon Ball Z, there is a character that nobody knows the name of. Come to find out, his name is Creative Zeno, and you'll find out later on in a couple of months. But whatever you're seeing on YouTube as of right now is just their, I guess, productive stage. They're trying to see what would look good on TV. But as of right now, like I said, I got some intel. So Creative Zeno, and I get what you're saying, but it's like I've said, when it comes to this argument with everybody in here, I can only argue one thing. How do you beat a creator? That's like you saying you can beat God. You can't. He can do everything that you can do, and he can do it better. So at the end of the day, you have this character who can pretty much, I can destroy you or bring you back. But if I bring you back, I can do whatever I want with you, like that. He can Thanos you pretty much. Keep it real. He can Thanos you pretty much if he wanted to. But it's like the way he does things throughout the show. I'm gonna get into that later on into all of this. But as of right now, I just want y'all to get the like they says like as they say, the divinity of his power. Like you got the Grand Priest. He don't even like when it comes to you seeing the Grand Priest and the Grand Priest get shook to where he bows down. Notice in Dragon Ball Z, he don't even bow to Zeno. So that's saying something. So yeah, when you got the Grand Priest, or better yet, when you have I'm sorry, forgive me, the Super Dragon, pretty much. When they got the Super Dragon Ball, when you have that dragon, when that dragon gets shook at looking at this person, and he's smaller than Zeno, that's what makes it funny. Like he's way smaller than Zeno. That's what makes it even more funny. So yeah, man, I just look at it as, I get a lot of that with what you're saying, but how can you stop somebody who can teach you how to transport yourself to another dimension, another time, this, that? Like you can do anything you want, pretty much.
Yeah, but he probably wouldn't do much with his power, you know? Like, well, what could you even do? Like, if you're basically God, I mean, where do you go from there? Do you go around and fight people for fun? Like, you'd have to weaken yourself just to do anything, you know?
But you gotta remember, this is why I said creative, because you got to also remember, if I look at it like, perfect example, I look at it like, as in my name says, pound for pound King Mama. I'm one of those guys who goes out here. If I'm not trying to say, I'm God or anything, we're gonna put that out there. But no, I look at it like, if he knows there's no one who can beat him, pretty much. Cool, we've got that established already. Just like in any type of sport event, like, yo, you go undefeated, cool, you worried about being undefeated, but once you lose, now you get to focus on the big picture. Now, okay, I know for a fact there's no one can beat me. We've gotten that taken care of. Now what I need to focus on, who can I go out here to help, to let them take care of their situation? Because you got to remember, he can't really show his face. Or he doesn't really show his face due to the fact of he wants them to learn how to do things on their own. So when it comes down to it, all of these different Super Saiyans, Mastered Ultra Instincts, the Angels Ultra Instincts, the God's power, all of that, destruction and all that. He's taught different people to go and teach other people. So he's still doing something in a sense. I mean, yeah, you ain't got nobody to, match up with, but at the end of the day, that don't mean you can't go out there and fight. Look what Bears did.
All right, party people, I have to sound the bell. Ding, ding, ding. Y'all, gentlemen, that was about for that ass. Y'all were going back and forth. It kind of got bloody out here. We got to clean the ring, y'all. We got to clean the ring. Please excuse this brief intermission. And so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put the link in the chat. So this link is going to allow you all to vote. This is where the votes come in. And I'm going to put myself back in. How y'all feeling? And I'm going to take y'all out, and then I'm going to put in the defending champ. So as you all know, there's a winner. There was a winner last time. We facilitated this back in February 27th, which was Pokemon Day. We just recently had Anime Day past this week. I want to say it was Thursday. And this person he came through and took it. And right now he's coming back to see if anybody else will take it. Let's welcome the main man, Shinigami. Shinigami, how you feeling?
I'm feeling good. Had a long day, but any day where you make $150 sit on your butt all day is a good day.
Hey, look, can I borrow that? Can I borrow $150? No?
No, I need it for my little Tokyo trip next weekend.
Oh man, you going to Little Tokyo?
Yep, with my anime club.
So apropos. Hey, so tell us a little bit about your getup, man. You got the bandana, you got the gi is looking fresh. It looked like you got a new gi.
No, same one I've been fighting in for like 4 events.
Wow. Okay. I don't know. Maybe it's redder than normal. But yeah, talk to us. Let us know how the champion life is. How are you feeling?
It's great, man. Just champing it up, getting ready for that rematch with Big Smile. Had to whip out my old MMA tournament champion belt for effect here, since I'm the reigning champ in this.
Hey, and so I wanna talk a little bit about what we witnessed. And so we saw we saw King Mamba and Scarecrow go at it. And so what are some of the things that you noticed? What are some of the things that you liked? Talk to us about what was going on.
Man, I came in for the very, very end of that, man.
Okay,
but I definitely think the way King Mamba presented his case definitely won out in my book.
Okay. King Mamba presented his case. He definitely he has a way of kind of like letting you know he's talking. He comes in, he's like, okay, cool, I'm gonna let you know that this is it, and you can't refute because I'm still talking.
It's like fighting in a championship bout when you're the champ or whatever, dude. You don't stop throwing punches because once you start, right? Can't stop talking once you start in a debate, bruh, until they tell you to.
You got to keep throwing. And so we sent the link out. We got viewers coming in with the votes. Shout out to the viewers. Before we look at the results, who do you think took it?
I think King Mamba probably took it because if he was arguing like that when I came in, he had to have done something great before that too.
Okay. And so let's do it. Let's reveal it. The results are in, and it looks like King Mamba took it. And so let's get King Mamba up here to talk about his victory. King Mamba.
What's good with y'all?
How you feeling, man?
Like I said, man, I'm ready for this today. I told you now, the first time we came out, it was different. I'm not really, you got to think, I'm a Dragon Ball Z fan because Dragon Ball Z is the first anime I started off with. That and Attack of the Titans, I just got into that. But my kids started to get into Dragon Ball Z. That's me all day. So like I said, I'm on y'all today, man.
Oh, this man said, "Look, I didn't come to play."
Info that don't know, man. Well, you got info that nobody know neither. Just wait. I still got some more to tell you. Okay, cool. Oh, you know what? Save it for the later arguments, man. Gotcha.
And so what I want to do next is I want to bring Scarecrow up, and you know, me, Shinigami, Scarecrow have a little conversation.
Sure.
Scarecrow, what's going on, man?
Hey, y'all whack, bro. Like, argument, talking about, oh, no, I agree with mama. Whatever. Dirt, man.
Hey, bro, I'm right there with you, man. I'm right there with you. It's pretty interesting because we're kind of losing the diversity of anime shows, the representation of anime shows. And so it'll all come to a head. But let us know, going into the fight, what were you thinking about?
Just mostly trying to keep my argument together. Because, like, I know a lot about Berserk. I watched the 97 show. I watched all the newer ones they made, which kind of suck. And I've been reading the manga. So I know a lot about it, but it's hard to formulate all of it. And just pick in the one power, you know, it's a little bit difficult. I could have just went with God, like some people, but I wanted to keep it fun.
Shinigami, how you feel about all this?
I mean, it is what it is, dude. I mean, just because someone picks a god as a character doesn't mean you can't argue against it either. Like I said, I missed most of it because I was driving home from that tournament I was working security at. So, a long drive, man.
All right.
Like, you know, it's no hard feelings. I'll be down for you, man. We're gonna go at it one of these days.
We are. I'm down.
Hey, Scarecrow, thank you for being here, man. Thank you for being here, man. We appreciate you. Let's talk about what's coming next. Shout out to the Canadian for watching. Those of you who don't know, Canadian has a fight coming up. Canadian is about to be boxing. So shout out to Canadian in his upcoming fight.
I don't know if fight is the right word. I think slaughter of 619 is the right word, the right term. Boy, the Murder Bear gonna be out there killing it, dude.
Murder Bear has to murder. He has to murder.
And before 619 calls me Miho again and says some stupid stuff.
Hey, that 619 is a character, man. Nothing short.
Man. I love that guy, though. I love all my West Coast brothers.
Nothing short of a character. All right, so look, Shinigami. Up next, we have Fiji, who is a new contender going up against Darkness. Talk to me a little bit about what you think this matchup is going to look like.
I know Darkness is probably going to be on top of his stuff like he was last time.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what Fiji's going to bring to the table. He's kind of kind of the dark horse here because who knows. Obviously I got to back, my boy Darkness because hashtag Shinigami-Con just because I'm probably sure he also probably picked something from Dragon Ball Z just because I know my boys.
So you would not be wrong if you said that.
I said, I know my boys.
I cannot confirm nor deny, but that could be a possibility. But so let's do it. Let's get into it, man. I'm super excited. Up next, we got Fiji, and we got Darkness.
All right, here we go.
Let's do it.
What's up, guys?
All right, y'all should still be able to hear me, but y'all don't see me. It's kind of like I'm a higher power of sorts. All right, fellas. So in this round, I want you to present your power in its peak form. Okay? I want to by the end of y'all conversation, I want to have a full understanding of what the full capabilities of the power you're representing looks like. Is that clear?
Understood.
And if y'all go too long, you're going to hear me come through and say, If you hear that means you've been talking too long. All right?
Gotcha.
Sounds good.
All right, man. We're going to start off with Darkness. Darkness, you got
let's go Fiji go first. He's a new guy.
Nah. Go first, Darkness.
Darkness is on you.
All right. So what was the question again? You want the top heat of our powers?
Exactly. What it looks like in its
easiest-
best condition.
The easiest way to explain it, Kaioken, is there is basically there is no limit. There is no top heat to the powers. Kaioken is a form that you can generate and put it to its complete max. So far, the only max that has been made by Goku, the only person to be able to use it, is Kaioken times 100, which has been proven that a body can go beyond Kaioken times 100. So you can keep going. If you have God level powers or whatever you decide to have, Kaioken is something that you cannot stop. You once you activate it, you push it beyond its limits. It pushes your body beyond anything that you can foretake at that moment, and it's just something that's unstoppable. It was created by King Kai. King Kai created a move that he thought he was going to be able to use. Turns out King Kai was not able to use this move, so he taught it to Goku as a joke, thinking that, okay, this guy will not be able to master this or do this. But Goku was able to use Kaioken first time, only timesing it by Kaioken times 4, which as he progressed on his training and getting more levels, he's been able to push it up to Kaioken times 50, Kaioken times 20, and lately everybody's only seen a peak of it, that he's been able to bump it up to Kaioken times 100. And after busting it up to Kaioken times 100, he's also been asked, is that the limit to Kaioken? And he said to
All right, all right. This dude Darkness said, "Look, I'm not losing." Fiji,
All right.
it's on you,
Hey,
man.
good.
It's on you.
Can I ask you guys something? If I asked you to write a story, you take your pen and you write that story, and then you put it down. There's no way for another character from another anime to come into your story and change the plot of your story that you wrote down. This chick was able to do that in the anime. She went to someone else. She went to multiple stories and pulled characters out of those stories and brought them here. Fought all of them at once and still did not lose. And then went into someone else's story where that person was supposed to die and changed it. She's a character from another storyline completely, and was able to jump into another story and change it. Goku ain't jumping over to any other stories.
actually he has.
With Kaioken though.
Yeah.
All right, let's hear it. Which one?
You forgot the
Okay, hold on, fellas. Hold on.
This is
This is time for the rebuttal. Y'all have presented y'all arms. Now it's time to poke holes in each other's argument. All right?
All right,
And
cool.
so since Darkness went first, Fiji, you go first this round. Let's do it.
okay. Cool. I'll name that was one of the feats that they were able to do, and it's I'm kind of mad at Mamba a little bit, just because the abilities are almost the same, except with Mamba's, it seems like they can't go and alter someone else's story. Son, go outside. Go outside. Sorry. Go outside. Anyway, being able to that's been one of the weaknesses of all the characters, right? They can't. It's why we have all these debates. We can't have we'll have like Saitama versus Goku versus. I mean, those two are kind of like separate by themselves, but you'll have like Luffy versus Naruto, and it's hard because they're not in the same universe. Whereas this character, Altair from Recreators, was able to jump to other stories and pull out like the most popular characters from those stories and fight them, and have the creators of those stories buff them and fight her, and they still lost. They made a better copy of her, and she still won. It's, I don't know what to tell you. It's plot alteration, plot manipulation. I don't know what you want to call it, but yeah, I've never heard of a character like that.
Ding, ding, ding. All right, we're going to end it there. We're going to put a cap on it. Darkness, you are going to poke holes in Fiji's argument. Ready, set, go.
All right, so the easiest way to say this, you said you never heard a character that's done something like that. You're acting like Goku them haven't dealt with plot manipulation. You forget what's his name? God dang it. The Black Goku, went and altered time and stole Goku's body, killed his family and stuff, and yet they were still able to defeat him. That's kind of like plot manipulation right there.
But still
Goku,
that universe.
Kaioken is still a move that even if you plot manipulate it, it's something that no one like he doesn't use it every single day. So it's not something that they can just say, okay, I'm gonna write this out. It's something he uses to maximize and go beyond anything. So whether she decides she wants to come into the story and try to write a different plot, you still can come in there with whatever power you want. You can come in there as a god for all I can. But if Goku's able to manipulate whatever power he has right there and then and push it beyond Kaioken 100 times or Kaioken 2000 or whatever he wants to push it, it's still not going to, the plot, no matter what you write, it's still not going to be able to do anything to it. This is like things that he's dealt with multiple times where characters have tried to alter the past or alter the future or alter something in the universe, and he's been able to overcome it. Altering timelines and altering stuff is something they deal with all the time. That's like a simple power that everyone sends to keep trying to do. But it's just altering.
It's still the DBZ universe.
Whether you take DBZ's universe, you've had Goku who's fought Luffy. They even had a mixture where they mixed them all up together, had them all fight. No matter what the power is, no matter how you try to alter it, it's still gonna end up about the same way. You forget a character from Goku or Dragon Ball Z, she can beat him, but she's not gonna kill him. Because these characters get beaten, but they come back stronger and stronger every single time. Kaioken is just gonna multiply his body. She can come there with freaking Zeno's power and try to fight him, but it's going to do some damage. But you also got to think that if he is able to unlock something new every single fight, he's going to be able to unlock whatever she's doing and then boost it up with Kaioken. He did it with the God once he got the God power and everything.
But you're saying that like Goku is the most powerful character in DBZ.
He's not the most powerful character in DBZ, but you got to understand, Kaioken is a move that has been labeled the most, besides Ultra Instinct. Ultra Instinct is real good, but he can also mix that with Kaioken. Kaioken is a move that's not just separate by itself. Like, it's not just stuck to itself. It's stuck to whatever he feels like he wants to manipulate. What it is paying the price. It's like taking a loan out. It's like saying, okay, I have God powers. Now I'm going to separate, cut my blood vessels, add Kaioken, and push myself beyond what I'm already doing. I'm going to go to Kaioken 2000. I'm going to go to Kaioken 1,000,000. It's going to hurt your body in the afterwards. But in that process of you doing that, that Kaioken move or whatever he decides to do is still going to hurt whoever he's going against, no matter what you try to alter. It's not a move that he just uses every single day. So it's not something you're going to see in the plot like, oh, Goku's going to use this, so I'm going to alter it. No. Kaioken, he uses it whenever he feels like he wants to buff things up. Everybody else sees, oh, he's going to go Super Saiyan or he's going to go God Super Saiyan. But have you seen it that the fact that he goes God Super Saiyan and he says, you know what, I'm going to push beyond this. I'm going to alter it. Kaioken times 100. He's even done it when he's fusion. He's pushes Kaioken, and it's something that's going to keep going on and on. So how, even if you plot manipulate it, how are you going to stop it?
I don't know. I've never seen Goku go against. Well, who's the creator of DBZ? Toriyama.
Toriyama.
Has he ever changed Toriyama's story?
No, he's not gonna. Toriyama. I don't think Toriyama ever put himself in it. What you're talking about?
That's what I mean. This character has changed the plot. That was basically the gist of that anime. Is that the character took the power away from the creator. Hence why the name is Recreated.
So the point is, she can jump into an anime.
For you to be so powerful as a character, all right. The biggest weakness of any creation is that they're created by something else, by somebody else. But Toriyama created the DBZ, right?
So you just answered your own thing. You said
okay. Time out. All right, this is brutal. This one right here got brutal, family. I'm super excited to see what the results are. Yeah, it got brutal. All right, so in the chat, party people, is the link to the votes. In the chat is the link to the votes. Let me and Shinigami come through and talk to y'all again.
What up? Man. Woo, them fireballs were flying back and forth there.
Man, that was pretty lively. That was pretty lively. That
Darkness
was
came with that like it was one of our sparring sessions, man. I don't know if you've ever seen any of that footage, but let me tell you, woo!
that was pretty brutal, man. That was pretty
Darkness
brutal.
was coming in with the verbal flying knees and cartwheel kicks, man. Like, woo!
Yeah, man. And so, let's talk about it, man. What are some of the strengths that you saw in Darkness's whole presentation?
Definitely he had good ferocity and good articulation. I think there were a few things that he could have pulled out from the Dragon Ball timeline, Dragon Ball Z timeline. And technically, GT isn't canon, but there were some instances of things like that in GT too. You know, but I think he did well. I think Fiji did okay. I think if he could have articulated his arguments a little better, he might have edged it. For me, in my book, it was Darkness just simply because he, really presented the ability well, and articulated his case a little bit better.
Yeah, man. I say the same thing. I think what Fiji did, he did a really good job of letting you know how you can present something and I'll easily rewrite it. Like, I think I got a clear understanding of the power and knowing that the power can just be rewritten.
Yeah, like I get it. There's like a dimension breaking plot altering power, but I mean, it could have been articulated a little better.
Yes. I think Darkness just took because he took it, in my opinion, because he was so passionate. Bro said, and then Goku is going to go beyond that, and I was like, you know what? He probably can't go beyond creation. He probably. But again, we are letting the people decide, and let's see what the people chose. And based on our survey results, it's a unanimous.
Oh.
It's a unanimous Darkness. It's a unanimous Darkness. So let's get Fiji up here. I see Fiji responding backstage. It looks hilarious. Hey, Fiji, how you feeling, man?
How do you beat plot manipulation? I get it. Kalkan is a multiplier. That's cool, but hey, Darkness, why you gotta be so ferocious for, bro?
I think, and one of the things that I'm learning in debates, it's not really what you say; it's how you say it.
It's a combination of both.
If that was a fight, like Darkness got like 100 punches in, and I got like 10.
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
That's the fight game.
Like, I might have gotten the plot alteration. Like, Kalkan doesn't do any of that. But congrats. I'll be meaner next time, I guess. How the hell do you guys?
I'll be meaner next time. Bro said I'll be meaner next time. Hey, let's get Darkness up here, man. Thank you for coming through, Fiji. Darkness, how you feel about those results, man? How you feel about those results?
Man, I'm real happy right now.
Unanimous.
Yeah,
unanimous. Pulling out dubs all day.
Hey,
I had to go hard. I had to not give him any chance to breathe. I had to just lay the pressure because plot manipulation, man, it's just something in the DBZ world, just in anime, that happens a lot, and I see them go against that every single time. Like, come on, you have gods killing Goku, taking his body. You got Baby Vegeta plot manipulate. Like, come on, you got that. Just everything just happens so much when they try to change it, and it's like, so technically, the girl that he picked, she really don't have a power. She's gonna go to somebody else's world and try to change something. But Kaioken isn't just a power; it's a technique. It's not a power; it's a technique that can be unlocked at any point in time. But the only person able to master it is
a learned power. It's a learned power.
Yeah. Like, and I think what you did, Darkness, is you made me feel like, okay, cool. If a girl who can manipulate creation had Kaioken, who would win? Right? Like that's how I was kind of thinking of it. Like,
Goku would still win. The reason why is because you can take anybody's power. I can take Shinigami's head kick, and I can do that as many times, but I'm not going to have the same effect as Shinigami because I haven't studied that kick. I don't know what really to do with it. I'm just going to have the power to have it what's the point of having it if you don't really know how to use it?
Hey, but look, let me take you off because you building your argument for other people. You feel me? They're gonna manipulate and plot manipulate all of this. You feel me? Let me take you off
Captain Guinea,
screen.
that's all I can say. Didn't work out so well. Goku's body.
You're right. You're right. Bro barely even remembered how to walk.
Yep.
Okay, cool. So we're doing an awesome job. We have another new contender in the place to be. This person let me know last time that he wanted to come through Fiji as well. And so let's welcome King Mamba versus Savage.
Oh, he got the anime villain laugh going.
Big boss energy in the room now.
All right, how y'all feeling, man? How y'all feeling?
Love it.
I'm good. Thank you, brothers.
No problem, no problem. Hey, Savage, first and foremost, I want to just acknowledge you. You definitely stay repping hard in the fight, and we appreciate having you on the show, man.
Appreciate it. Thank you, guys.
No problem. And so, with that being said, gentlemen, you have to present to the audience your power at its full potential. Okay? King Mamba, we heard you. So let's start off with Savage. Savage, you up first.
Well, so I had a list of things, and everything I was looking at, I wanted to make sure was potentially the best power set in the anime verse or the manga verse. And I had to say the one thing that stuck out more to me than anything was this solid power that couldn't be debated, regardless of what universe you come from. And that is going to be Light Yagami's Death Note.
Talk about it. What makes it the best anime superpower? Let's do it.
Simply, if I find your name and I write it down in that book for a paragraph describing in detail what's going to happen to your character, from there, actions take place, and by the end of it, your character is dead. So say if I knew Goku's name and I wrote it down in the Death Note, few sentences, maybe I put down that the Earth was destroyed and he died in space from a lack of air, that would happen based on the reality of what the book brings. So, I mean, there's really no debating this. You might as well give me the championship now.
This is why I did this tonight. I like this competition right here. But I'm gonna let you finish. Y'all know me. I'm gonna let you go first, man.
No, it's on you. Savage, he presented his
it's
case. It's on you now.
Debating this.
All right. Well, technically there is, because I'm gonna look at it like I want everybody to know this. I can talk to you as it on a God level. I can talk to you as it on any type of level that you have with any type of superpower that you have, due to the fact of creative Zeno can teach you that. So at the end of the day, yeah, you got a book. You can put whatever in that book that you want, but at the end of the day, I created that book. I can create something else like that book. So whatever you put in, it's not going to happen to me. I'm the creator, B. You can't do it. I'm untouchable. My power is untouchable. I hate to say it like this, bro, but even without the godlike powers, cool. I can lose a fight, but you'll never kill me. You can write that book. I'll die. I'll never die, really, because I'm still here. So when I come back, you just going to keep doing the same thing, writing the book and killing me, writing the book and killing me. But eventually, even if you take out the God power thing, I can't die. I'm going to eventually figure out how you're doing it. I'm going to take your book. I'm going to do the same thing to you. And you're going to die because you remember, you only writing, but you don't know how to really use it. I've learned from the deaths. So.
All right, so
yeah.
All right, so gentlemen, let's do it. Let's do it, gentlemen. Begin to poke holes in each other's arguments. Savage, you're first.
Okay, let me plug this in so it's nice and clean. Can you still hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, out of fairness, before I tear you apart with details, facts, and logic, this is assuming if we're in your universe. However, if there was a common ground or a common universe that we would all meet in, say the expanded anime verse, I don't think Zeno's power is going to be that much effective as far as my Death Note. So if I were to write the Death Note and I knew
this is somebody who is more powerful than Zeno. This is the person in Dragon Ball Z that no one can beat. Period. He created
in his
Zeno
respective
himself.
universe. In his respective universe.
Everybody brings up this universe thing. That's just like the whole plot twist thing. It doesn't matter which universe you in, it's still the same thing. He still has that same divine power. Divine is
If
perfection. You can't beat
if the
divine. So it doesn't matter if I'm in
if
your
the
universe, my
laws and the
universe,
rules
it's divine.
apply to if the laws and the rules apply, then yes, I would believe that. However, you doing that says that universe alone, whether it's universe 13-7, wherever creative Zeno may be from, is the most dominant universe, which I have a hard time believing because
But that's
the
the thing,
anime
he's
verse
not
is
from the
so big.
universe. He's just him. He's just there. He doesn't have a universe.
Okay,
He's not from anywhere. He's just there. We technically don't know where he's
so
from because, like, I hate to say it because it's like Shinigami said, it's like you're pushing the god, but it's not. It's more of a, I'll bring out a Street Fighter example.
Street Fighter get his ass whooped too. I write his name.
But see, Street Fighter with Akuma, he's a god. He's a devil god. He always tries to find that one person that he can't beat. Notice in the very last game, he looks up at the sun. There's only one person that you can't beat, and you know
Okay, so
who
I'm
he
going to
is.
stop you there. I'm going to stop you there. This is exactly what you're walking right into where I want you to walk into. The simple
Come on.
basic rule of the Death Note is if your name is written in the book, death can fall upon you regardless of the level of omnipotence that you hold and what rank you hold in your universe. If you have a name, be it creative Zeno, Goku, Vegeta, Brawly, whatever you want, you can line up the whole roster and every name that you name, I'm going to put into that Death Note and goodbye your universe. If your universe has a name, then guess what? That means it's what? How would I say?
But
Sentient.
here's
If
the
it's sentient and it
problem.
has a name, I'm going to put that name in the Death Note and it applies to the rules. So
Here's
therefore,
the problem
your
with the
whole
logic
universe gets
of
erased.
here's the problem with the logic of different shows combining with each other because there's always something in the plot that is different. So when it comes to Dragon Ball Z, the plot is fighters getting stronger. The plot with Death Note is he's writing in a book to kill Bully. The movie I saw off of Netflix was Killing Bully. But in the thing of he's writing a book that regardless of what power you have, you will die if your name's written in the book. But here's the flaw in yours. When it comes to Dragon Ball Z, they know who Creative Zeno is. Only one person knows who he is because it's Goku, because he's worthy of knowing who he is, because that power and that pureness of his heart, he wants him to get that creativeness, which in turn, you can have that creativeness because I have to make something better than that. But in your situation, you have a kid who has a book, who has a name that he's somebody he doesn't know. So if you don't know my name, how can you kill me? Or how can you write my name
So
in the book? Which in turn, he'll never have that he will never have that pure enough heart to meet that person. So again, it's now in void. So at the end of the day, that divinity still comes into play. Every
All right,
aspect
all right, all right.
of
Party people, I set an alarm and the alarm went off. Hey, these matches are increasingly getting more and more intense, and I'm excited. I'm excited. All right, family. So in the chat,
bro, like,
this was a good one. This was a good one, man. In the chat, we got the link to vote. You feel me? We got the link to vote. Let's see how this goes. Let's bring
if you don't
Shinigami on.
vote, I'm gonna write your name in the Death Note. I swear.
All right, Shinigami. So these are your potential contenders. How do you feel about that matchup?
Oh man, that was ultra spicy.
Whoo! It was.
That was man, that was like sriracha with some Carolina Reaper chilies mixed in spicy.
For sure.
That's a tough call, man. That's a tough.
It was, and so
the ferocity,
yes,
passion for both things were there, man.
Yes. And so what I liked about that one, it seemed like they were on equal footing. It didn't seem like one person was dominating the conversation. I think they both had the turn, because there's an art to like putting yourself in the forefront of a conversation, and they both did that. They both executed that well.
Definitely did.
Both of them gave really great examples of how their power, that source, is important or powerful, or like can it counteract. I think they did a really good job of like tearing into each other. What are your thoughts, man? What are you thinking?
Yeah, they definitely did a good job of tearing into each other, especially considering they both kind of seem to not really have a good feel for the opposition's, choice. Because a little bit more knowledge on either side, and it would have been a much cleaner cut, battle there. And I see. Here's the thing. I noticed that King Mom was kind of ahead on manga stuff, and That's kind of cheating.
It's not. It's not.
Because we're debating anime powers, and some of us are behind the times because we don't read manga.
I did say anime powers, but I did. So at the beginning of the show, I gave context.
But
whatever's in canon.
To be fair, like I said, it kind of doesn't necessarily make that big of a difference if your opponent doesn't know how to tear into that anyway, because they don't know the limitations or if there's any limitations or whatever. Sometimes you can argue from what you know with what you chose, and sometimes it kind of helps to know a little bit wider knowledge. There are definitely limitations to the Death Note for sure.
For sure. And with that, let's look at the results, man. Ooh, barely able to edge it out. We got
what?
Savage Island. Barely edging it out. Let's get Mamba on the phone. Mamba, how you feeling?
Yeah, I gotta get, like I said, that was a good one, but you gotta remember, it's like Shinigami said, you gotta remember, I'm not gonna go fully into it because it's like Toon said, I still got, if I would have won, I still had one more person and then you. So it's like, I'm not gonna give y'all. So
you can't give it all away.
Yeah, you feel me? So
that's why I listed all my YouTube videos, bro. From back in the day, you can't give it all away, man, before you use it.
You feel me? So it's like when it came down to it, like I already knew what he was gonna come out with. That's why I said I was gonna love this, because if you think about it, it's like he said, I got the God aspect in it, but at the same time, I don't want to fall on that. So I tried to bring more of the, because I heard the plot twist thing, and I heard, YG say, and I'm like, even if you think about it, even the shorty you were talking about, you go in a different universe, you got to remember one thing: people can critique what you do, and it don't even matter who it is. You always gonna have that one person stronger. There's always that one. But when you find that person who just can beat everybody, like, what do you do? But yeah, I lost. It is what it is. But no, when it comes down to it, like I said, I like that one.
Personally, I felt like you edged it. So.
Well, honestly, I give it to him due to the fact, though, like I said, it's more of a fan base thing. And it's like you said, when it comes to the manga, I know somebody who works behind the scenes. So the things that I'm telling you, I'm doing this because at the end of the day, regardless if I was winning or not, y'all go out here and you start looking on YouTube on these mangas, because trust, Dragon Ball Z coming up too. So I'm giving y'all something to look at too. But at the same time, I get it because not a lot of people know what this is just yet. So, it's still a lot of things that everybody looking like he could be lying and things like that. So, I completely understand the edge out. Like, no hard feelings. I give it to my G.
For sure. Hey, Mamba, we appreciate you being on, man.
No problem, man. I appreciate y'all for having me always. Like I tell you, anytime y'all hit me up, I'm here. Let me know.
Let's do it. Let's get the recent winner. Savage, how you feeling, man? You just came out victorious, edged out a victory.
I'm exhausted as fuck. No joke, he had me up against the ropes because honestly, if you go based off popularity, more than likely, if the story was written, it'd be Light Yagami into the DBZ universe, and therefore I wouldn't know, Light wouldn't know the name. I mean, in real case, in reality, yeah. If Creative Zeno had the power that he stated, he would know who the writer of the book would be and completely erase them. I had nothing against that except for the one simple rule was if it's sentient and it has a name, therefore if it's written, the Shinigami or the Death God, basically can carry out the death of the person written in the book. But that's all I really had. I mean, I don't know that far into the information, but Mamba had me up against the ropes. I'm not going to lie. I mean, I don't know how I pulled that out. So hopefully it was my presence more than what I said.
I mean,
definitely it was. You definitely had presence, my man. I mean, you put the Savage in Savage Island in more ways than one. Not just
for sure.
Oh man,
for sure. And you may need that going into this next one because up next you going up against Darkness.
Well, Darkness, I'm bringing the light.
Boom.
Ooh, shots fired. Fired.
Hey, you know what? With that being said, Darkness, let's bring this dude in here. Let's get straight to it.
What's up, Savage?
Hey, brother, how
I
you
see
doing?
you. I'm doing all right. I like that bringing the light up in here. You know.
Hey, gentlemen, let's have a good, clean fight. Nothing below the belt. All right, so I think at this point in time, everybody's familiar with your power. Everybody's familiar with the perfect form of it, and so let's just have a conversation. You let us know, based off of what you all have heard. You let us know how your power matches up against that power. You let us know. And with that being said, Darkness, we're gonna have you go up first.
So first of all, let me go ahead and kill that little book thing right away. First thing you need to know is you gotta have the person's full name, which my characters in my show obviously don't go by their full names. You gotta know their real names. Second of all, like you said, your book, it has to be written into. If you kill the person before they can write into it, well, it's just a book. Any book is just a book until it's written. Plus, that book also has rules it has to follow. They have certain rules it has to follow, and you can't just only have that name. You also, from what I know, you got to have a picture of it. You got to have a couple other things. But you can have the book from Death Note as much as you want. But if you don't know the person's real name, have a picture, and know how to really use it, plus my characters move faster than the speed of light. So the moment you pick that pen up to even write the name, your character's dead. He can't write the name in the book. You can leave a book on the floor. A book on the floor is still a book on the floor. So putting a book in this mix ain't really doing that much of a hassle. I'm sorry that King Mama didn't put that up, but a book is still a book. You need a writer. So your power is just a book, not a writer. So a book is still a book.
All right, Darkness. So we're gonna have Savage come through and talk to us.
Okay, so fair enough. I will say I'm a very big fan, definitely a deep fan of the DBZ universe. And in your last argument, you had stated to Fiji that Kaioken would be the starting power that you would utilize. However, it's kind of hard because I have a hard time believing Goku would be a detective looking for Light Yagami who's going to find his name and write it. Because let's be honest, Goku is not very smart. Goku is not a very smart person. Hell, he's hardly a father. Piccolo's there's picking up Gohan every weekend while Chi-Chi's doing, whatever she's doing. So while I'm sitting here talking trash about that, I'm trying to highlight this idea that even if Goku knew there was a Death Note in the universe, Goku could not pinpoint Light Yagami's exact location. Now, the only thing I would say against that is, what the hell is Goku's last name? Because if it's only 4 letters to the name, guess what? 4 letters is going into the book, and after that, dude's going to sleep, hands down. I mean, it's not even a debate. The only thing I would give you is, is Goku's actual name just Goku? Goku-san? No, Goku Saiyajin? I mean, whatever the case might be, it's just as simple as finding the person's name. And let's just be honest. Goku's not a very, how would I say it? Enclosed person. He's very well known around the world as a world warrior. He's fought in many tournaments. So for you to believe that Goku wouldn't be known, and even as fast as he would travel, you would have to actually pinpoint where light is in the world in order to stop me from writing your name. So
okay, I'm going to end that right there and then. Hold on. You said the pinpoint. First of all, the power level of that book, the moment it is even open, Goku can sense that power level. Instant transmission directly to the point. Even if light, okay, you got to think about it. Goku has been to hell and back. He's had his name written in the book of hell when he had to go across, the Dragon Gate and everything. So when you put it at this point, you're saying about writing the name in the book, no matter what you figure out the name is, it's been put to the point that book's power level is so whack that even Yamcha can sense when that book is open. Krillin can sense when the book is open. So by saying how would Goku pinpoint where he's at, you're forgetting Goku can pinpoint energy from another universe and feel it. Mostly all the characters can do that. They can pinpoint, in the moment that book even turns a page, they're going to pinpoint the energy coming from that book. They can sense things that are bad. So by L or anybody, whoever tries to write in the book, is more than likely going to have to answer before they can even write the name in there. Now, writing Goku's name, even if it's 4 letters or whatsoever, it's still not going to do a point. You can go ahead. It's still a book. You need someone to write in it, which that person gives off energy.
Yeah, definitely. Look, you made a fair point that if the book was in whatever said universe and the laws and the rules are applied, that maybe it does give off an energy signature. However, I would have a hard time believing that it would give off ki. I don't believe it actually give off ki. If anything, you'd actually have to skip over to the next universe, and Goku might need to get some help from Yusuke from Yu Yu Hakusho. Because there's no way that I would believe Goku could pinpoint spiritual energy, which is where the book would come from, is the spiritual realm or the Shinigami verse.
They can pinpoint spiritual energy. You forgot the Dragon Balls come from spiritual energy. And that point of saying, in fact, there's points in times that Goku don't even need the Dragon Radar to find Dragon Balls. Also, Goku is able to sense spiritual energy from the gods. So he can teleport and pinpoint what Zeno and everybody else is. So that book is giving off a negative energy. It's not just a normal energy. It's a negative energy that book is giving off, which is negative energy, something that they can sense the most of.
Okay. Let me play out
All
the
right,
scenario
fellas.
for you.
All right, fellas. The timer just went off. Woo! My goodness. My goodness. That was a fight. You know what? And the thing I like about this, man, the way that this was paced was amazing. Each one got more ferocious, and I'm excited to see how this matchup against Shinigami looks like. Shinigami brought up a really good point. He said Goku ain't even his real name. It's not Kakarot. It's Kakarot.
It's not even Kakarot, really.
It's not Kakarot. Wow.
In the real Japanese version, his family's full name is Son. That's his family last name, Son.
Well, I'm about to stun him. Before anything, I'm gonna get this out. You're gonna hit him. I'm about to stun Goku's ass, Kakarot Jr., Bardock Jr., whatever you want to say. Listen, this is exactly how it would have went, okay? Light would have found and located Goku, probably walked up to him very nice-like and gentleman-like, shake his hand, and ask, hey, I've seen you on TV. What's your name? Hi, my name's Goku. And as soon as that would happen, the laws that would actually apply is whatever name or the full name that we know at that time. I would have to say fair enough would be the name that's actually given.
No, it doesn't. The Death Note goes by
Time out, gentlemen. Let me get y'all off the stage. Let me get these people off the stage. Shinigami. Ooh. First and foremost, don't think I ain't seen you put the belt back up on your shoulder. I noticed. He getting ready for his championship bout. What's going through your mind, man? After seeing that, what's going through your mind?
All I know is I think I got this in the bag. That's all I can say. I don't want to give up what I picked yet.
Yeah. Don't do that. Don't do that.
That being said, Darkness was right just a second ago. The Death Note acts on birth name, because if it was whatever name that they saw, then when L was going around as L would have been the only thing that Light would have needed to write in the note, and that's not how it worked. But that was very interesting back and forth there.
Ooh,
for sure.
That
was some Dragon Ball Z level exchanges going on, man. I could hear those loud thunder claps and the.
Yes, for sure. So people out there, I sent the link out again. We need one more vote. It's at a tie. Oh no, we have a winner. Please get all your votes in. I'm going to count to 10, and then once I count to 10, the vote's going to be closed, and we're going to call it as we see it. But yeah, no, I think the gentleman did a really good job of stating their purpose clearly. They did a good job of boxing out and letting people know, okay, cool, I'm speaking right now. You're going to listen to me. You know what I'm really amazed at? This dude Darkness got this far in off Kaioken. Off of Kaioken. And that's only a testament to his argumentative skills.
Yeah. But let's not forget who's the champ right now.
You're right. That's a really good point. Which is they're talking backstage, and they bring up some really good points backstage.
The Shinigami eyes are technically a separate power. I see him bringing that up. That's an entirely separate power that you have to exchange your life for.
That is. And so let's get into it. Because at this point, I think we have a winner. Let me go ahead and show my screen. Before I show my screen, you want to vote? Who you think won?
I kind of think Darkness took it because
You think Darkness took it?
you poked the holes in the Death Note's weaknesses pretty good.
It seems like Savage is the people's champ.
Woo, okay.
Savage came through. He's a beginner. He's a newbie, fresh to the show. Got 2 consecutive wins. Darkness, let's talk to me. What's going through your head right now?
I'm still trying to figure out how a book that needs a writer, be anything. It's still a book. A book is a book. You can't write a name if you don't know it. You can't write a name if there's no one to write it. A book is a book. You put a book and a pen on the floor, it's still a book and a pen on the floor. You can't write into it.
That is true.
But I guess if that's what the people voted, that's what the people voted. I'm just shocked.
Man. Why? Okay, so what do you think was the appeal? What do you think? How do you think Savage was able to edge out this win?
I think the way he was able to edge out it was just the factor of I have to say, maybe, man, there has to be some Death Note fans out there or something, but
okay,
it has to be the factor is just that book, he's saying that he can write Goku's name, but everybody's forgetting that you need a name and a picture, and Goku goes, you can walk up to Goku and say, hi, my name is Goku, but he was right when he said Goku's stupid. Goku's so stupid, he don't know his own name, because he goes by the name he was given to by Grandpa Gohan. So it's like, he has to hear from other people what his name is, from Vegeta, from everybody else.
Yeah, Goku didn't know what his actual name was till he already was full grown and had a kid.
Yeah, so he don't. So you can't write someone that's that dumb name inside there. And plus, that's like saying that I can go to a strip club, write a stripper named Champagne, and she gonna die because that's the name she goes by. That's not.
Nope.
Wow, that's a really good point. I don't know why it was a stripper, but that's a really good point.
Because it's, I mean, how many professions do you need an alias in? I mean, and they're mostly all adult professions. So the stripper, porn star.
Wrestling.
Okay.
Wrestling.
So if I was to get the death note and I write Shinigami, is Shinigami gonna die, or he has a real name he goes by?
Hey, so Darkness, you feeding into the argument right now. Let's get Savage on the stage. Savage, how you feeling off your 2nd consecutive win?
Brother, my back's up against the wall and I'm swinging for the fences right now. I've got to be honest with you. Even going into this round with Shinigami, which I know is going to, he's going to hone his craft and he's going to come at me with some straight bombs and facts. But I got to say, man, I originally had my game plan set up, and by the parameters and the limitations of our power sets, and making sure we didn't copy others. I did not think I was going to get this far. Swear to God, I didn't think I was going to get this far. I agree with Darkness. How a book.
That's the beauty of it all. Man. And so, with that being said, let's get straight into it.
Here we go. Big Boss theme music.
All right. I got one thing to say to you, man. Omae wa mo shinderu.
Oh, nani?
Ultra Instinct, my friend. Flawless offense, flawless defense. How do you beat what you can't hit? How do you stop what you can't see coming at you? Even if you are writing Death Note, I can build on what Darkness argued. Aside from the specific ability, the character that we really see use it does have the ability to sense spiritual pressure, spiritual energy. And even if we go by the fact that it's God energy, since it's a Shinigami object, in God form, he can sense it. So one way or another, he'd be able to sense it. And even, again, you need the name, you need to have the person's face, and how are you going to really get both of those dealing with Ultra Instinct users? Because all the Ultra Instinct users are either God level, actual gods, or near God level. And it's not so much that they are gods, but there's a certain level of power you have to reach to be able to even start working on learning this power. So even if someone has a Death Note, you're just, it's almost similar to the Kaioken thing where you're not going to have time to write the name in the book. Flawless defense means ability to sense flawlessly what your opponent is going to do before they do it and give you the ability to counter or dodge without thinking about it.
Well, you have a point. You have a solid point, and I can't argue that because one thing is I'm an advocate of facts and logic, and that is definitely facts and logic. However, what I will say is if I'm going out, I'm going to take all your friends and family's names with me. I'm taking Chi-Chi, Gohan, Goten. I'm going to take Master Roshi, Krillin, Android 17 if he has a name. Whoever the lineup is in Universe 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, even, well, technically Jiren is way more powerful than Goku is. Goku had to get his ass whooped to realize, oh, man, I got to tap into this Ultra Instinct. So I'm going to kill everyone that you want to fight in your universe so you have no one to fight in your universe. Therefore, you would die of boredom and you would simply give up because there is no force in the universe, that you would even want to continue living on. You'd have to go to hell after I send all those people there.
But again, flawless defense and flawless counter, you're still not going to have time to do that. That's still a form of attacking me with the with the Ultra Instinct to try to counter my Ultra Instinct is just not going to happen. Ultra Instinct, flawless offense, flawless defense, no thought, pretty much instantaneous reaction and or action as needed.
And brother, you're absolutely right.
To destroy my purpose for being and trying to get stronger as a fighter, just because that's generally the case for the universe this power is from, is people trying to become stronger warriors.
And brother, you're absolutely right. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make it easier for you before you kill me. I'm going to make it very easy for you. There was a situation that happened in the Death Note anime, okay, where Light set up the whole situation to look like it was him, but it was actually his girlfriend who had the Death Note writing everybody else's name.
That.
So before you would even find me, you would have to be a detective, which let's once again highlight the fact that Goku has no IQ level, would not find me fast enough.
That was already refuted by Darkness with the ability to sense the energy from the Death Note. As soon as it opens, knows where it is. Boom. So any character that can sense energy is going to know, boom, shadow energy right there, Shinigami energy, spirit world energy, evil energy, whatever energy that book radiates, they're going to know instantly. So it doesn't matter.
And you're right.
If
Once again,
Misa has it or Light has it.
Logic failed. Darkness's logic failed. And if you're going off of
Darkness's logic failed, I think you managed to.
You saw the votes. No, because it's not
just because people vote. I think the reason that you edged that one out is, I mean, you got this intensity. You're pretty good at cutting in, but I mean, you're throwing the jabs and the counters and the crosses as far as verbal interjections go. But as far as facts and logics go, it's not there with that case because, again, the fact is the energy would be sensed and boom, Ultra Instinct, flawless offense, flawless defense going to happen before you can write the name. You're going to get one kanji, one letter, maybe if you're fast enough.
And once again, in your universe, if that applied, that's the plot. It's the plot thing. The plot thing's always going to do that to us.
That same thing with I mean, it is and it isn't. You have to look at the fact that, one, Ultra Instinct is a power that utilizes my body. And just like anything martial arts related, your body is going to be your quickest, first, and fastest readily available weapon for any situation where you have to defend yourself, fight, whatever, versus having to whip out a pen, open a book, and start scribbling on a page.
Light
and you ain't gonna have time to do
that.
that.
10,382 people in a week.
But that was 10,083
10,300.
Okay, 10,300. But that was normal people with no powers, not people who have Ultra Instinct or Kaioken.
Why I highlight
those are normal people that were
easy
to track.
Those are normal people that were easy to track. I don't need Ultra Instinct to write down that many names in a week.
No,
I would have to find one name.
That doesn't really have anything to do with outpowering Ultra Instinct. That's just, okay, here's a guy with some hacks against normal people with no powers who he could easily get their name in their picture because they were criminals and they're interregistered.
So what you're saying is Ultra Instinct has yet to hit its ceiling, because I'll tell you right now, the Death Note is past the ceiling. It's in the stars, buddy, and it's still
Ultra Instinct. That's the thing. Ultra Instinct isn't a thing with or without a ceiling. It is just it's the epitome of what we all train for as martial artists. It's
I have a hard
being
time
able
believing
to it's being
Goku
able
would
to
kill Light
defend
Yagami.
and
I would have a
attack
hard time believing that.
without thinking
Does
about
anybody believe that
Period.
Goku would kill Light Yagami if he had nothing
Oh,
to prove that
absolutely.
he's doing wrong? I don't believe it.
Oh,
I mean,
absolutely.
it-
All right, gentlemen. All right, gentlemen. All right, gentlemen. I gotta step in. I gotta step in. This is the championship fight that you want to see, man. This is the championship fight that you want to see. And so I'm not going to get on. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna narrate from the back. But what I want y'all to do is I want y'all to let's talk about this. Let's reflect. How Savage, I want to ask you specifically, how was it for you? Because you had 3 consecutive matches. Because you came in that you came your matchup was late in the game. You had 3 consecutive matches where everybody after had to build off of what they heard. How was this for you, man?
I swear to God, if I win, this is weird. I gotta be honest with you. I don't think I won if it was 12 rounds, I didn't win any of them. So for the judges, for this to go to the judges and I somehow win this, people need to do their anime work because I got my ass torn to shreds and I still stuck in there. So what I'm gonna say is, regardless if it was Ultra Instinct, Kaioken, Super Saiyan 10, creator Xenoverse formed Goku, I mean, there's no competing against it. But what I will say is, to the people presenting the arguments, Mamba, Darkness, Fiji, Shinigami, they came with their A game. I guess what I'm saying is, I just knew how to talk because I was talking out my ass majority of the time. I'm not gonna lie. But if I win this Shinigami, I'm just gonna let you know, I take my ass whooping like a man. Thank you very much.
So it's funny. The results are looking kind of funny. I just need one more person to vote. Okay. I'm gonna count to 10, and once we count to 10, I'm gonna present the results. But Shinigami, you were able to sit in the back and witness all of the different arguments. How was that for you? What was that experience like?
It was amusing. It was entertaining, for sure. It's like being backstage waiting to do the main event fight in the UFC, watching everybody else bloody up the canvas for you first. It's just going to be a good time, man.
And so let's go a little bit into why you decided to choose Ultra Instinct. Because when I presented this to you all, you were pretty fast. You were like, look, I got it. Cool. You were the first one, actually. What was the process?
It's Ultra Instinct. It's flawless offense, flawless defense. It's literally unbeatable. There's no you can't hit what you can't. It doesn't matter what you throw at it, what your ability is. It's just flawless defense and offense. Period. It's going to have an answer or an escape for anything you throw at it.
And so, how do you think Kaioken would have fared against Ultra Instinct? And I just want to let's be speculative for a little bit here. Had Darkness got to the last round, how do you think Kaioken would have fared against Ultra Instinct?
Kaioken is easy to pick apart if you remember the rules of Kaioken. Ultra Instinct, the one thing Darkness was right about, the technique itself has no limit to how high it can go. However, the user is limited by their physical capacity to endure the technique's usage. So, therefore, if someone's body cannot handle going beyond Kaioken 100 or even Kaioken times 10, your body's going to implode. That's literally what King Kai told him, is if you overdo it and your body can't handle it, it's dangerous. It will kill you. You will destroy you. It will annihilate your cells. Versus Ultra Instinct, which doesn't have that limitation. And even if you exhaust yourself using it, it doesn't kill you.
And Savage, I just want to ask you, man, what was the process for choosing this power? Because me and you, I think we went back and forth a little bit, right? You came in, you said, okay, I'm gonna do this. Then you say, you know what, scratch that, I'm gonna do that. So what was that process like? Talk to us.
It was hard, honestly, because I'm a sucker for old school anime, and the thing that is crazy about it is, like, I wanted to originally take on Guts' Rage from Berserk, and when I wasn't aware if anybody had that or not. I had to dig in to Plan B's and One for All for One. I tapped into Terror from Mars. I went back to like old mangas and animes that I watched. I was like, dude, what the hell can I use to compete so that nobody has solid evidence against me. And the only thing that came to mind was the death note. However, I did know coming into this argument that the argument that was going to be made against me was the name. It had to be the full birth name. And the only thing I could say is the Shinigami gods could see the names. I was going to use that argument against Shinigami that maybe Light would ask Shinigami who's what the name of that person is. I mean, I don't know how that would actually set up, but that's as far as I was willing to go. And I honestly wanted to stick with Guts from Berserk because, it's my all-time favorite anime. But I want to say thank you guys very much for allowing me to be in this because the knowledge that you guys have dropped, man, it was nostalgic. So thank you very much.
Yeah, I want to say this was the greatest anime advertisement. I think that Crunchyroll and Funimation, y'all should definitely sponsor this because now I want to watch all of these animes that was mentioned.
Can I say one thing?
Let's do it.
I have to say one thing. Okay, I don't know if it was somebody had did I saw it on TikTok. There was an anime version of Chuck Norris. If that was solid, I would have brought that in here. There's no Ultra Instinct or anything you could have brought against Chuck.
I don't know.
I'm sorry, Shinny. I'm sorry. Just Chuck Norris.
I'm pretty sure
you were going to do.
I'm pretty sure that in Death Battle, Sanshiro Sagata beat Chuck Norris.
Y'all are funny. No. All right, so let's get straight to the results, man. So at first it was pretty close. I want to be honest about it. Had to solicit more voters. And with the more voters, we have a clear, decisive victory. Shinigami, you are our reigning champ.
And still.
Well deserved.
Truly worthy adversary.
Savage, thank you for coming on, man. Appreciate you coming on. Shinigami, you are one victory away from the Heart in the Fight care package. How do you feel, man? Talk to us.
Feels amazing. You know what? This is going to sound dumb, but Streetbeefs has changed my life. Honestly, this is the closest I've ever been to winning a contest prize like that requires actual wins. It's introduced me to an amazing network of people and put me in the position where I could even do this. So big shout out to, Scarface, Tiny Tank, Bushido Zed, and all of, the opponents that got me the views to get me involved in Heart in the Fight and in these debates. And I feel amazing right now. I thought the way you were talking about the votes, man, I thought maybe, just maybe I've been dethroned by a BS artist who was good at selling something that was almost snake oil compared to all the other heavy hitting powers that were picked. And I got to give it to Savage Island. His ability to sell that the way he did and get where he got is something that I got to take my hat off to that, man, because that was impressive, for sure. Like he said, he was just talking out of his ass, and he still managed to make it to the finale.
Man. Yes, and so that was a really good show, tour de force, because y'all were able to just really get in there, and although it was a battle of wits, it was tense. It was really tense. And so with that being said, Shinigami, you are still the reigning champ. Like I told you before, 3 consecutive wins gets you a Heart in the Fight care package, and it gets you. We'll figure out what we can do for permanence. Maybe there's a wall of fame for show and prove. Maybe there is we in the intro we'll have you permanently in our intro. We'll see how we figure that out, but. Ooh. We got some stuff going for you. We're gonna think about it, but I just want to let you know. You got this, man. You edged out, and you got 2 show and prove episodes under your belt.
I can't wait for the 3rd one, man.
Let's do it. All right, party people. I want to talk to you all, the viewers. As you see below, Ultra Instinct 1. Thank you all. Thank you all again. So this has been an interesting ride here at Heart in the Fight. We've been creating content and doing some different things. As you all know, I am Tunde. I stream on Twitch. I'm playing either Outriders, Final Fantasy VII, Apex Legends, Wednesday nights and Friday nights from 6:30 until Weirdo and the Mexican. We're premiering the first episode this Sunday, which is tomorrow. This Sunday is tomorrow. We're going to be premiering the first episode. You'll get to see 619 and Weirdo talk and say funny stuff. And we have some special guests, so it's going to be a show. That's going to be tomorrow at 6:00. And then we also, I don't know if many of you know, but we also host Streetbeefs Live on Streetbeefs channel. You'll see Daniel Castillo talking to, Street Beef main branch fighters, discussing post fights, upcoming fights, things to that nature. So we were able to get some of our content on the Street Beefs main page, and so that's going to be facilitated tomorrow as well. So tomorrow's an action-packed day for us, and I wanted to let y'all know because I'm trying to make sure that y'all pay attention and y'all see us where we are. And so, again, I want to say thank you to you all. Tomorrow's going to be litty for sure. We came a long way. I remember when I was able to join the team, and here we are with 476 subscribers all these months later. And we have a show literally being shown on the Streetbeefs main channel. So we're honored to be in this position. We have a whole bunch more content on the way. And as you all know, we had a conversation about heavyweight fighters. I want to say that was in March. It got controversial. I'm here to let you know there's another conversation about top 5 light heavyweight fighters in all of the branches coming up in May. So we'll give you more information as we get closer to solidifying a date and getting all the judges on. But I can assure you, Wedo and the Mexican will not be on that episode because they are light heavyweight fighters. We're going to get some new people. We're going to shake it up a little bit. And so with that being said, we're here to help shed light on the Street Beefs fighters and also build a family and communities to show different perspectives of these fighters and connect y'all to who they are as a person. If you like what you see, you like what you saw, please make sure you subscribe down below to our Instagram, our TikTok, our Twitch. That's me. Our YouTube page. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. We're half of the way there. And we appreciate all of the subscriptions. With that being said, double down on your commitments and don't give up on the fight. We'll catch y'all later.